Here we go again. So what should I get for my first camera? A question that is asked all the time and always seems to be answered with, whatever fits your needs, or just pick a system and don't look back. Last time I answered this question based off of somebody going into stills photography. This time for video. If you're looking to get into DSLR video, you're probably looking at cameras such as the T6i or the Nikon D5500. Both offer decent image quality and have the much favored articulating touchscreen. However, both kits start at around $800, but also offer the more expensive 18-135 or 18-140, whether you're in Canon or Nikon. Then Canon offer a video kit that comes with the Video Mic Go as well. Doing these will send you well over $1,000. This just means it takes longer to save up, and I also see it way too often that people sell their kits because they hardly used it. So which camera should you buy? Once again, I went out and bought what I think would be the best first DSLR setup for video. The Canon T4i is 2 generations old, and I got it used on Adorama's used site for about $250. Then I recommend going out and getting the Canon 18-135 IS STM used on eBay for about $180. Lastly, the Tascam DR05 stereo audio recorder. The 18-135 is a very versatile lens that offers decent image quality and zoom range. It has image stabilization, which can save you money from buying a Steadicam. The zoom and focus rings are very smooth as well if you want to do some manual focusing. And of course the stepping motor that gives the buttery smooth focusing. Then the Tascam DR05 is a great choice for a microphone. It's necessary for video makers to get good audio, and this audio recorder gives a lot of flexibility. It can be mounted on a hot shoe of a camera with a cheap adapter, or screwed onto a monopod as a makeshift boom. Or my personal favorite, plugging a lavalier mic into it and putting it in your pocket. So what about the camera, right? We've actually been using it to record most of this episode, so let's get into the specs. So compared to the newer T6i, the T6i outperforms it in resolution, the newer processor, and the capability of having Wi-Fi. However, these don't have that much to do with video. Compared to the D5200, which is Nikon's equivalent, once again it has a higher resolution, but this time the D5200 is capable of recording 60 frames per second interlaced. Its low light performance is also quite a bit better than the T4i. The hidden gem to the T4i is that live view autofocus, using phase detect autofocusing versus the contrast detect in the Nikon. It is far superior. Then compared to the newer D5500, once again we see the higher resolution. We also see 60 frames per second and a higher native ISO, also allowing the camera to perform better in low light. However, just like the older D5200, the live view autofocus still utilizes contrast detect. The T4i is capable of focusing and tracking a lot smoother. Canon overall is a great system to buy into for video. Most of their cameras are fantastic with their video capabilities, and then they offer the lenses and accessories to make your videos even better. You may be wondering about the GH4, G7, A6300 or other 4K options. 4K is definitely where cameras are headed. However, for someone just getting started, the main thing is getting a camera that can teach you manual settings. Plus, 1080p is still very good, and I guarantee they will eventually release 4K into their cameras. I don't think you should get a brand new camera to start filmmaking because those entry-level cameras are expensive and lose their value fast. I got this fairly modern camera for less than $300 at Adorama, and it's probably 90% of the newest version but for half the price. Then if you later decide to sell it, whether you did not get into photography or you decide to move on to a better body, you can sell it without losing almost any money. This T4i allows you to get started without much of a gamble and gets you in a system that values video as much as their stills. There is no reason to buy the latest and greatest for your first camera, especially when you can get quality like this from a 2-generation-old camera. Once you learn and have found you have gotten everything you can out of a camera like this, that's when you know you should upgrade. But you may decide to go down a different path this time.